Hello guys, welcome back to the UK Inspired Rail Network, and this is kind of a bonus episode 18 because I didn't do a detailing video. I feel like I've done everybody dirty, so I thought I've been waiting to sort of do this, and I've really wanted to do this, and I was going to do this off camera and then show, but then I thought, why don't I just record it and show what I'm doing and make a video of it? I mean, why not? So what we're going to do today is I zoom out. Hold on, my mouse isn't even on the right screen. There we go. I've got an open rail up next to me and zoom out. So I really like this. How can I... Words. So Shepherd's Bush is really quite busy. And even though I'm sort of doing this more for sort of just, you know, redoing sort of London and sort of the Midlands and whatever, I still... like a little bit of the game still irritates me in how busy it gets, and there's a lot of road traffic between Shepherd's Bush and into central London, and there's a lot of travel, and the only railway now is this route here that's coming out and going into Harrow Woolstone, or coming over to the Woolston Junction over the top railway. If I can get my words out, what is going on? I'm not gonna lie, this episode's a little bit off the cuff, so you just have to bear with me. And we also appear to have no game sound. Or we have game sound and my headset is muted. My headset is muted. I can't hear anything. And I think that's... Yep, there we go. There we go. Now I can hear the game, and I can hear what you lot were probably hearing as well. So I was thinking of... I did put the Central Line station underneath Shepherd's Bush when I built Shepherd's Bush, but I've just deleted it just now. And we've got a little pause in the game as it has a little rest and a little think about what's going on with life, because it's getting really busy now and I really need a new PC. So anyway, I've deleted that underground tube station because I'm going to put it a bit, it's kind of underneath this roundabout a little bit more. So I'm going to have to say, look at the people. So what I'm thinking of doing is putting it a little bit lower here. And because it's Shepherd's Bush is a little bit, it should be a little bit further sort of south. Compared to sort of I think it's kind of level. It's kind of maybe here Shepherd's Bush is, maybe in reality it's because this angle, it's kind of like in an ideal world I want to put it here, but I wanted to fit a little bit more in. I put it a little bit higher. I'm gonna try and slide in Hammersmith somewhere down here, which is gonna be, because it's gonna be, I'm gonna put it as south as I can, so it is least further south than Shepherd's Bush, but it's not going to be enough, and then this railway is going to wrap and come in here. But that's not what I wanted to do today. Obviously we've put in Paddington, and because I've put Paddington in, I've got a better reference point of where I want it. So what I wanted to do is bring the Central Line in from Shepherd's Bush into, hold on, I need to put my, I think it's Bond Street, as far as Bond Street. I wanted to hook up the Central Line to Bond Street so we have a direct rail connection. I'm going to try and put all the... I think, looking at it, I can put... Even though this is kind of... Let me get my words out. So, normally, if Shepherd's Bush was normally here, because the Central Line kind of just literally kind of goes straight into Bond Street. Bond Street should be maybe a bit lower. Paddington should maybe be a bit higher, and Shepherd's Bush should be a bit lower, and then you'd have a straight crossing. So, what we're going to do is we're going to come here to here, wrap here, and then wrap in. So, we're going to do kind of a little bit of a smiley face with the railway instead. On the plus side, I think I can fit in, I've marked them off, every single tube station between here and Shepherd's Bush, which is quite cool. So I can put in Holland Park, Queensway, and Marble Arch, and then onto Bond Street. I'm also, the reason why I wanted to record this as well, and the reason why I wanted to get this done, is I've also got a nice mod for the tubular railways, but the only problem is what I don't like about it is I don't think I can use the third rail mod. I'm gonna have a play and we're gonna see what happens with it. I also want to try and keep the same height as this, so I am gonna sort of bring the track out to this first, and then so we maintain a same depth perception, because I know the tube lines are obviously deeper than my Circle Line and Hammersmith Line, which they should be. So I want to kind of keep a consistent depth, because then when I add things like the Northern Rail, the Northern Line, that can go either, I think over here, I think you have, I think one line, I can't remember what it is I've had a look at a 3D map of some of the tube stations underneath. There's some really cool 3D videos that people have drawn 3D sort of maps of the tube station, sort of the layout and what tube is lower. That's kind of what I want to know. I can't get the exact diameters right, and the where people walk through the tunnels, the different layouts. I wanted to get an idea of what tube was at what depth, so I could layer them accordingly, and then we wouldn't run into problems as we're creating a line so much, because it'd all be at the similar depth. So that's why I'm going to lay the track, keep it level before we get here, and then build the station on it. So what I'm going to start off with, I'm going to do Shepherd's Bush to Holland Park, and then I'm going to do the rest and meet in the middle somewhere. Sorry, I'm babbling. It's because I've got so much going on in my mind and I'm not getting it out with my words. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a curved station here. So that way we're still straight as we leave here, and then the track kind of bends off up, almost follows this sort of curvature of this road a little bit. We're already en route to the next station with the curvature of the station. So let's kick on. And I also want to try out the tubular rail here as well. So let's just crack on and get on with it. So we're an underground station. We need to fold this way. We should have collision because we've got to drop the height below this. We're going to have it about here. And we're going to... Well, that doesn't matter because I'm going to change that. Radius is what I want. This. Is that bending the right way? No, it's bending the wrong way. We want this radius this way. I think the radius that way. Yes, a little bit more. I'm going to pause the game. And we want to be bending off in that general direction. There might be a tight radius, this station. Maybe about there. Yeah, we can get away with that, because then I can put a radius in the other station as well. We want to drop it down until we don't get a collision, basically. If we can, there we go. And we're going to plop that there, and then we're going to select it, and then we're going to just edit our platform first. If I can get in there. Oh, we need to go to configure. I nearly deleted the whole thing then. That would have been wonderful, wouldn't it? I want to delete that. I want a platform, and I still want a 15 meter wide. I want to make that black. And then we want to edit our tracks as well. I'm probably going to have to put a train on this afterwards to see how I'm going to work the tunnel. Third rail. Track with cat, that one there. And this one here. And then we want stairs. We want our stairs about here, because I want to put that same... I want to put that, where it drops down in the same sort of place. It's a shame there's no buildings. I'm going to have a look at some assets. It'd be a shame these buildings here weren't entrances to that station. That'd be really, really cool. But alas, they are not. So what I want here is road and street connections. And I want this right. I'm going to put this right about in the middle, so we have people walking about and it's all linked in like so. And that should link to that. And that is our connection to that underground station. Nice. I like it there because we've got the walkways, got the posts that I've put in to stop the AI building, even though they snuck some in there. I did do a tutorial on this, but there are better ways of doing it, so I've been told in the comments. So I may change this, but at the moment, I quite like the look of the posts, to be honest. I think they add sort of a little bit of weird detail to it, so oddly, I quite like them. So that's in. So what we're going to do is I'm going to bring out the track on this early. So we're going to go to tracks, and I want to go to... This is the one I've been... I think, actually, no. I want to try it this way around first. Sorry. I'm going to try using my normal third rail with catenary. Then I'm going to try and wrap the tunnel on it. We want to bend out here, stay on the level. And then bend about there. And then into there. Because that way, I should be able to pop my next station in here. We don't need quite the radius. I need to find the snapping point for that. We can ease off on the radius of this. I still probably want it wrapping this road. I need to find out what one's that. So we probably still want a little bit. Yeah, so it's wrapping on this road a little bit. A little bit more maybe. Yeah, like that. And then I need to find if that's the correct snapping point. So I need to go to tracks. We are using the top one, aren't we? Yeah. So I need to go to buildings. This should still be there. And that one. There we go. Connected. Right. Configure. I don't know why I got rid of that first. I should have done the platform first, but it really doesn't matter. third with cat. Make sure it's electrified. Then we're going to delete. We're going to delete this. I wonder what where the entrances are to this. 50-meter wide. Black again, I think. Stairs. I wonder. Tell you what, I'm just going to put some in the middle. I'm not really sure with this one. I'm not really sure where the station platforms are. And then we need to put. Oh, no, we want them this way. Spin. One of them is. So I've been thinking. I've been putting them side on, but I think I quite like them a bit narrower. And then buildings generally build around them quite nicely. Both sides of the road. Rename this. What's this one called? Holland Park. Right, Holland Park. There we go. And connect. And that should be done. Right, now we need to go back to our track. Come on, hook up. This should follow the pattern of that one. And why doesn't it? Because it's crossed over there for some reason. That's great. So we need to try and get these side by side as accurate as possible. Keeping them on the level. Right, they're not quite the same, but it doesn't matter. They're separate tracks anyway. They don't need to be. They're not going to see each other. But it's reasonably good. Now, what we need to do, what I wanted to do is go to tracks here. And I type in tunnel. And I want one track. And what I do with this is when I've looked at it. Now, I don't need catenary on this because I've got the third rail. Now, this should work when I go a lot. See, yeah, it is. So it goes alongside it. It should create a nice wrapped tunnel. Now, my problem is it does have an extra mod. You use this and it doesn't. So basically, it doesn't create the concrete tunnel around it. I'm hoping that this tunnel's narrower, so it actually hides the concrete tunnel and we get a nice tubular tunnel. I won't know until we run the trains for it. My issue is I want to use the third rail with the tunnel. What we can also do is maybe do it another way where you can remove, just have it so there's no tunnel whatsoever. If you select no tunnel, that might work as well. But we're going to do it this way first, sort of nice basic, just to get the line in. If I need to change it, I can easily edit it. And now we need to go to waypoints. Now I have my tracks running down. Well, what I didn't realize is, as I was saying, right, another thing I learned the other day on YouTube and trains and YouTube trains is when we're creating for anything out of London is classed as down and downline, and anything out of anything into London's classed as up. So I've always assumed it, and I guess everybody does in their heads. And this was Construction Gamer that actually did this in a tutorial on these these signals tutorial, which is really helpful, by the way, if you haven't checked it out. But I guess all in our heads, we just think of, right, London south, down, north, anything above that is north. So I was thinking up fast, down slow. So I'm going on my left side, I'm going up fast, down slow. But in reality, it's the other way around. It's up to London on railways and down to the north. And it was really quite interesting. I never knew that. So on this mod as well, you get like waypoint markers. So it's to fill in these gaps here. So you put them in like signals and waypoints, basically, generally on the facing. So I'm going to put that there, and then one, and it basically just covers the gap between the tunnel and the entrance, which is quite cool. And you can add these along the way, along your line, if you like, as well, to add a bit more detail. But I'm just going to sort of do the basics now and then have a play with this a bit later. So there we have yeah, it looks quite good, actually. It's looking quite good under there. So we have our tubular tunnel. I'm just going to carry on, actually, from left to right with this. So now we're going to extend our track again to our next station. We're going to go back into third rail, and we're going to go all the way to here. I'm assuming that what's happening here is the terrain is getting lower. Oh, hold on. There's big lumps and the road. So what we're going to do is we're going to delete the road and we're going to level off the terrain a little bit. Yeah, the terrain drops here. I'm wondering if it gets a bit higher. Is it? No, it's gonna. So the track's gonna have to come down. And my phone is vibrating in front of me. I need to level that all back out again. What I might do is keep it like that and then smooth it off up. No, I won't, because otherwise it's gonna be too high. Whoop. Level that off. So the track's gonna have to come down to this station here. We're gonna have to come down a level. Stay on the level. Oh, that's okay. That's kind of kept its depth there. I do think if I drag this forward a little bit though, yeah, we're gonna. So we do need to maybe come down a tad. Okay, and we pop back into our buildings. I'm gonna try and get this station straight again. If that is at all possible. There we go. Lovely. And we're gonna plop that there. Configure. We'll leave that one white. We're just going to change the tracks. We'll have 2 entrances on that. Track cat. Third. Like so. We need to add a bit of road here as well. Let's have a quick look at Queensway. What do we have here as well? Oh, so the circle and district lines cross underneath, over the top of this as well. That's going to be interesting. I guess that comes out of there. Comes out of there and goes down. Okay. We'll see. Right, Queensway. Okay, so the entrance is kind of this side. So we will delete. We can get in there and just delete these stairs. That'll be really nice. Thank you. The depth perception in this game drives me insane. There we go. So there's a road just across there. I mean, it's rough. It's really rough. It doesn't really matter too much. I don't know why I'm bothering. But we do what we do, I guess. There we go. We'll smooth this off a little bit. And then, yeah, we just add our connection there. So we go street connections. Can we just plop this on top of here like so? That'd be really cool. Yes. And what's this one called? What's this one called? Queensway. And connect. Lovely. Right, now we need to add our second bit of railway. We third rail, aren't we still? Please, yes. Boop. Fantastic. And then we need to go to... What do we need? Tunnel. One track. As far as that will go left, then cover this up. That can be catenary, no. Same again with this one. So basically, it's like building a track alongside it, but then folding sort of the actual piece itself over the top. You can do it with twins as well. There's ones for double tracks as well, which is quite cool. And then we need to go to our waypoints. That way. That way. They on the right piece? Yeah. I mistake when I practiced with this a little bit. The mistake I've made is I put it on this and not this, and then the train glitches through the brick wall that it creates. Right, fantastic. Right, this is the one where we're going to get a bit. It's going to get a bit iffy. Now I need to have a look to see what I can get away with here depth-wise, because if there's nothing else crossing this that I'm going to build between Queensway and Marble Arch. I can't see any railways crossing this. Oxford Circus. We won't get Oxford Circus. That's beyond Bond Street. That's fine. So there's nothing actually. The Elizabeth line crosses underneath or above, which we're not sure if we're making anyway, because that comes down and under, which we probably won't make because we won't be worth it because we'll run out of room. So that's the only thing I have to worry about. Other than that, we should be pretty good. So let's give that a try. Yeah, so the central line's on top of the Jubilee line, and it's kind of a little bit further this way. So let's see what we can do. Let's see what we can do with this. Do you know what? I think we're going to get away with it. I think because I've already done the Jubilee. Right, I'm going to try and drop this as much as I can. Okay, is that as far as we're going to get it? I'm going to try and drop it as far as I can. There. Okay, I can deal with that. No, we don't want to delete the whole... No, I don't want to delete the whole station. I just want to delete the platform. And then we're going to add a new platform. 15 there. And then we want stairs to the surface. There's stairs to the lower. There and there. I want to change the tracks to my third rails. If I can get them selected. I've got to work out how I'm going to get some trains on this yet, to be honest. I'm going to have to, like, bring the track out somewhere and build a cheeky little depot sort of submerged somewhere, I think. Right, now we need to select Bond Street, and then I need to add entry level. And I need to... Oh, yep, and then I need to select that and then bind them together. There we go. And then we've got one big fat Bond Street now. Fantastic. Well, that was easy enough. Right, and now we need to... Right, let's see. Now, because I've done that, I want to bring the track itself down to that. Third. Let's see what we get away with here. We're going to have to go down a little bit like so here. Invisible. And then probably... Why haven't I got a height measurement for this? There we go. That should still be invisible, yes. And then bring that into about there. Like so. Right, we need some radius on this to bend it up. Come on, you curve. There we go. That'll be fine. Need to check the track. What one's that? That's the bottom one. So that one. On there. No, not all of it. Just the No, just... Configure. There we go. Just the platform. Into platforms. 15. Stairs we'll have over here. I didn't even... Did I... Look, I haven't even connected that properly. That's not... Is that hooked up? No, it's not. It's not even hooked up. It's hooked up to something next to it. Oh, do you know why? Oh, I'm going to have to go through and check all the train tracks now, because if I've done... These have by default gone narrower. I'm going to have to go through and check all that. Wonderful! I'll do that off camera. No. Where I've done wider platforms than the default and then brought the station in. And I reckon it's going to be on all of these along here. On one side. Let's just get this done, and then I'll check it after. And what I might do is, if I can get a train and everything done, we'll do... I'll have a look at it and make sure it works. And if the tunnels look good, I'll do a little cab ride on this. If the tunnels work out, that is. What are we called here? Marble Arch. Marble... Is that one word? I can't remember. Oh, it's 2 words. Of course it is. Why don't I know these things? And I'm still on the other monitor. This game doesn't like me traveling about. There we go. Marble Arch. And then we need some street connections. We'll just put a little one here. Oh, wrong way around. Whee. Actually, we'll do it here. Because it is, yeah, the stairs are that side of the road. It doesn't really matter. So while I'm here, I'm going to fix this piece first. Third. Oh, and it's not even electrified, I bet, either. My tubes would have had a meltdown on that, wouldn't they? That's all electrified. That's all electrified. They are going into that. That one isn't. See, that's what I need to fix. They are okay. They are okay. It's just that one I need to fix. I think that's when I was messing about with it. Right, now we need to bring this one all the way around to there. Invisible. Catenary, yes. Is that connected to the right bit? Yes, it is. And what else do I need here? Also, on my turn back area, I don't think I'll be able to do the tunnels because I don't think it'll clash. So what? On this point, it's going to look a bit dodgy, I guess. Not unless I do a little bit of a cheeky turn back underground there. I'll have a look at that off camera and decide what I want to do with it. Right, now we want tunnel. This one, no. As close as you can, long. Until you say no more. Oh God. It's trying to befriend the road there. All the way along. Is that as close as you're going to go? No, of course not. There you go. Lovely jubbly. And we need to go back to third. Catenary, yes. Connect. And ride. Over there. Oh, we've got a little bit of a meltdown. The old computer has a little think. There we go. Sorted. Invisible tunneling. That all connected right. That one. That one. Lovely. Connect. Then tunnel. As close as I can get that. Along. Come on. Come on. There we go. Come on. In you go. There we go. We're now... Yep, I wondered why that was coming out there. It's because it was trying to befriend the road again. Right, what do I need here now? So now I need my waypoint little buildings, building bobbies. Just to cover up those little gaps. I'm not sure how these glitch into the station itself. I guess we'll find out. Fantastic, I think. Lovely. So, we have now built a connection. Hopefully, if all goes well. I'm going to have a look off camera, give it a test. What I'll do is, if it does work okay and I'm happy with it, I'll, straight after this video, so straight after me talking now, I'm just telling you what's going to happen and what's going through my brain right now. This will either dip to black and then go into a little tube ride, or it won't. So don't forget to like and subscribe. Have a lovely day. Hope you like this bonus content. Take care. So lucky you, yes, we did manage to get a cab ride. However, I did have to change what I was doing with the tracks. I had to remove the third rail and go with the tunnel mod tracks, which is a shame. So we have got a little bit of overhead catenary, but I guess we could kind of sort of say that that's maybe some of the wiring that you normally get in and around the cabling, sorry, in and around the London Underground, even though it's just one piece at the top, which is a shame. So we couldn't use the third rail because basically the original walls were glitching through the tunnel wall that we put alongside it. So this is kind of the end result and what we've got so far. I kind of like it. I wish it was a little bit more detailed. I'm going to hunt around for something else. Anyway, this is it. Enjoy the ride. It's a little bit boring because it is the London Underground. It is just a tunnel, a station, a tunnel, then a station. Nevertheless, here it is. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Enjoy the ride, and I'll see you in the next one.